Hello, this is Prof. Rassi. In this video, we're going to talk about nets and surface area. Often, nets are used to teach students about surface area. I'm not convinced it's the best way to teach it, and I'll talk more about that in the next video, but for this purpose, we're going to start and just let you know what a net is. So a net is simply a two-dimensional figure which can be folded into a 3D object. So if you take a look at this next slide, we've got a number of different nets here. If you take this pattern 1 and you would think about cutting it out and then folding it on these dotted lines and connecting B here to B here, can you picture what shape that would be, what polyhedra that would be? Hopefully you can imagine a triangular prism without the bases. Triangular prism without bases. If you really can't picture that or imagine that, I would encourage you to Google YouTube videos on nets or folding nets into prisms to just have some experience with that. Pattern 2, what does pattern 2 turn into? If you can imagine folding it on these dotted lines and connecting here. Hopefully you can picture that. That would end up coming to a point here, and so the base would be a triangle, so it would be a triangular pyramid. This next one doesn't have any fold marks. Can you imagine taking this and connecting R to R? What ends up happening when you connect these two? Hopefully you can picture it rolls into a cylinder. The next one here, this one may not be as familiar to you, but this one would turn into a cone. And again, these don't have the bases, right? There's no circles on these, but it would be a cone. You can imagine having a snow cone without the shaved ice in it. That would really be what you have there. Pattern 5. Actually, I would encourage you to pause it and do the next 4 on your own. This is going to be a triangular prism, but this time it has bases. This is going to be a square pyramid. This is an octagonal pyramid. And this is a hexagonal pyramid. And hopefully I didn't confuse you too much, because some of you are thinking that is not a pyramid, and you're right. This is an octagonal prism. My apologies there. And that is the idea of nets. So quick review, nets are just a two-dimensional figure that can be folded into a 3D object. So here's an example of 8 different nets.